LaTosha, let's talk about turnout. We've already seen a ton of voters come out in early voting. There was a lot of worry about Georgia with the new voting laws. What can you tell us about who's showing up?
I think there are a couple of things. Yes, it has been an extraordinary turnout. There's been over 845,000 voters who have turned out to vote. What we see in the voting share, when you look at Black voters, women have been 65% of that number. Men have been 39%, 38%. But I think what is really something for us to pay attention to is young voters. Young voters are simply not inspired at this moment, particularly young Black voters. There are less than 2.6% of Black voters between the ages of 18 and 24, and 3.9% between the ages of 25 and 34 that are coming out. And so I think where the Democrats are really going to have to inspire going into this election cycle after the primary is going to be young voters. We're going to have a message of deliverance for young voters. What we also see, though, is that, we have to make sure that we're shifting this narrative that Black voters are coming out. That means that the voter suppression that happened, that wasn't effective. No, what it means is that there's a lot of resources and people power that's being expended to make sure that we're getting people out to vote. What we find on the ground when we're talking to voters, there's a lot of anxiety about voting. What we see is even mail-in voting it's been down. And so there is a level right now that the voter suppression that has been happening, as those of us said from the beginning, that it is having an impact on certain voters in this state.